Hello, grade 10. We are going to continue our lesson today, which is section 3 from chapter 9, DNA fingerprinting. We learned that DNA fingerprinting is a representation of parts of individuals' DNA that can be used to identify a person at the molecular level. And the DNA fingerprinting is type of restriction map, okay? As a reminder, we took before and we learned that restriction maps are formed by first we cut the DNA into fragments, then we separate the DNA fragments using the technique which is called gel electrophoresis. The fragments of the DNA will move distance on the certain distance on the gel according to their size, and we said that the fragments with smaller size or less length will move faster and they will move more distance, okay, while the fragments with the large size or wider bands they will move short distance. So these fragments will move through the gel electrophoresis and they will form bands. This pattern of the bands they form is called restriction maps. And the DNA fingerprint is type of a restriction map. Now DNA fingerprints based on parts of an individual DNA that can be used for identification. And they based mainly on the non-coding regions of DNA, okay? Not the regions that have gene expressions. They depend on the non-coding regions. Non-coding regions have repeating DNA sequences and the number of repeats differ between people. Okay, these bands that form, banding pattern that form on the gel with DNA fragments. Now, when you see these bands on the gel, okay, these bands, each band represent repeating of sequences on the DNA, non-coding regions on the DNA that have repeated sequences. As you see here, for this person, we have first look at this nucleotide. This DNA sequence is made of 33 base pairs. Okay, they are repeated many times in samples of person's DNA. Yani this sequence can be repeated on your sample, maybe in different way from your brother. As you see here, person 1 or person A, for this nucleotide, they have 4 repeats. For this DNA sequence, they have 4 repeats, 3 repeats. While person B, they have 2 repeats from the same DNA sequence and 5 repeats from another sequence. So the fingerprint or DNA fingerprint هو focuses on non-coding regions that have repeating DNA sequences, and these repeatings are different from one person to another. Thank you for joining us and take care.